sitting with Kevin and Veronica there. Kevin and Leanne there. They're all quite mortified to realize that George was following them around in the bushes on that evening. His little get-up, black ninja outfits. Here we go. I also like, for those of you who aren't already aware, I'd like to point out the fact that the Lord is with us this evening, and that we are a great privilege to have old friend Travis Lord here. We're blessed by the presence of the Lord.
Four of us.
Plenty of Lords here this evening.
Thank the House of Lords.
Well, they say that when a man holds a woman's hand before marriage, it's love, and when after marriage, it's self-defense. But seriously though, Kevin is truly lucky to have found a woman like Leanne. I just graduated from with my psychology BA last week, so if you'll indulge me for the thank you. With a quote from one of the many psychologists I studied with years, Mr. Carl Jung. The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there's any reaction, both of them are transformed. And I truly think that this is what happened with Kevin and Leanne. Mostly to Kevin's benefit. But, Leanne, seriously though, it's I hope that your moments of joy are as numerous as the petals of your bridal bouquet. I was going to say as numerous as the hair on Kevin's head, but we have a lot to work with there. To both of you, I just want to say that it's a privilege to have been an integral part of this glorious occasion. And Kev, it's truly an honor to me to have been by your side today. Thank you. You know, until recently myself, I used to think of weddings as, I used to think of it as a funeral where the man would get to smell his own flowers. But I've changed that view a lot. I'm engaged now myself. Don't worry, everybody. I'm still in control. Just don't tell my fiance. She's still in the washroom, right? You are back there. Sorry. But seriously though, I've known Kevin for a long time now. We used to be really close neighbors, and we've been through just about everything together. And you know, there are countless stories I could go through this evening, but most of them would end up being embarrassing to myself as well. So I'm only going to bore you with one of them. And this one, it stands out in my mind because I think it's the night that we had the most fun together, and I affectionately call it the night of the bats. I think Kevin remembers this one well. Let me set the scene for you here a little bit. I lived in an old house directly behind Kevin, who's much older of the whole block, and every summer it was quite, you know, it wasn't unusual for the odd bat to fly in there. You know, once every couple of years we'd have a bat flying around the house. Well, on this particular time, I was the man of the house. My parents had split up, and my sister and my mother were already in bed, so I was all alone in there, and I happened to hear a bat in the house. So, you know, I'm the man of the house. I'm not going to just ignore this thing, right? So I go to face the evil creature, and it was in the back part. So I closed off the back area there, and this thing starts flying at me. Well, I freaked out and ran out, you know? So I'm outside my house trying to think of what I'm going to do, and I think, well, you know, that's easy. I'll compose myself, go get some reinforcements. So head on over to the Kev's place. I run over all panicked, knock on the door. Kev comes, answers the door. yakking out. I want to do something cool. I got a bat over at my place. What do you say? Two of us go over there and show these bats. So the two of us get all this stuff together. We get on our bat gear, and we're all decked out. We've got hats on so the bats don't land in our hair, because everybody knows they go right through your hair, right? And we get some brooms together, which we affectionately call our bat swatters. And we had it over to my place, so we're walking over all decked out. We're like bat terminators here. We're all set to do battle. Fling open that back door and walk in. Come on, bats. So we're standing there in the darkness for a little while, waiting for something to happen, and it's very quiet. It's pitch black. And, we're listening for the familiar eek sound. They don't work that way. The bats don't let you know they're coming. There's no eek. All you hear is this little... So we're sitting there waiting, and all of a sudden two of us pull out our brooms, we're waving away at the bat, trying to get that kind of thing. And, it's not working, so we think, well, swatting's not working, we'll have to open the door. So we swat for a little while. We managed to get the first bat out of the house, so, we're all happy, we're celebrating, we're doing the high fives, yeah, we conquered the bat! And then all of a sudden we hear, there's another bat in the house. So we start taking aim at this bat, our brooms are flying again, we head fake them for the door, managed to swat this guy out of the house. So again, we're all happy, we're doing the high fives. Yeah, we conquered the bats, we're real men. Our celebration didn't last very long, though. This time number two. So the two of us are sitting there with our brooms, going head to head with these two bats, and we had an old wooden stove in the middle of the back room. And, we couldn't handle it. These two bats were dive bombing us. They don't just fly around like birds. They start swooping down at you. We're ducking. We're hiding under pillows and blankets and stuff. And one of the doors of the wooden stove in the center of the room happened to be open. I don't remember why, but it was. We decided, okay, we'll turn the light on, because bats don't like the light. They'll think it's daytime, they'll go to sleep. We turn the light on, and we only see one of them, and it's sitting right on the door of the stove. So there was no fire in there at the time. The fire had died out, but there was a little smoke going on. So we closed the door, and hope the smoke inhalation will hurt this guy. We don't know where the other bat is. So we turn the light off again. We get prone. We wait for that other bat to show up. And sure enough, the first bat comes, and we start battling this bat. We've got the door open. We're ready to fight it. And out of nowhere, we got three of them in the room with us. So we're fighting these three bats with the brooms, and Kevin goes running out the door, followed by one of the bats, and I'm fighting the other two, waving my broom around, and I had enough. I wasn't getting anywhere, so I opened the door to the fireplace, and run out the door after Kevin, and two of the bats follow me, and I see Kevin dive into this tent we had set up back there for, I forget, maybe that was our fort or something. That was our home base. Kevin dives into the back tent, and I'm ducking down, and the two bats are chasing us out. And out of the quiet, all we see is the last bat who had suffered from smoke inhalation. Slowly, we see the claw coming out. And finally, he stumbles out. And I'm pretty sure how many people have seen Jurassic Park? I'm pretty sure he roared like the Tyrannosaurus at the end of Jurassic Park. That was the end of the bats that night. That was my most memorable night. True bonding at its best. The two of us head to head facing nature. Oh, I forgot to mention at the beginning too. I had to go through my speech to see how many jokes my George stole, and luckily I only found one of them. But the other quote I have for you is from our old friend Sigmund Freud, and you know he really didn't have a lot to say that was right, but this one quote I think is really true. The one thing he said was, "The great question which I have not been able to figure out is, what does a woman want?" And, you know, men throughout the ages have been trying to figure this thing out, and, you know, I certainly don't myself pretend to know the answer. But I do know this, for my friends that are married already, I do think I know what marriage is. And marriage is just a little term that we give to the whole drawn-out process of finding out what kind of person your spouse would have really preferred. But in all seriousness, though, I wish you both the best, and you know, may look down upon you gods, and on this couple drop a blessed crown. And let me just grab my wine here. I want to propose a toast to these two here. To Kevin and Leanne, may they have a long, happy life together. Down the hash to this blessed match. To Kevin and Leanne. And to the rest of all of you, lack nothing and be merry. Thank you.